So the other thing that you don't want to go to battle with the enemy without is you don't want to go to war with the enemy without understanding the weapons of your warfare. If I don't know how to use a gun, you don't want to be in a shootout and figuring out how to use it for the first time. You don't want to be in open hand combat and never been in a fight in your life. And you learning how to do it for the first time. There are people who tell stories of learning how to swim and being thrown in the water. And that's how they figured it out. That's not how I want to figure out how to fight. I need to understand the weapons that the enemy is going to use against me and how to combat those weapons so that he's not able to take me out. Because as we said in the beginning, he's coming for my mind. And so that's what he wants. I want to convince you that you crazy. I want to convince you that you stupid. I want to convince you that you are not gifted. I want to convince you that you don't have the words of God in your mouth. I want to convince you that you are so covered in sin that God could never forgive you. I want to convince you that your family's so jacked up, so now you jacked up. I want to convince you that there is no way out, that you're going to forever be drowning, that you won't ever come out of this, that you won't ever get the healing, that the baby's not coming, that the marriage is not going to be saved, that you're going to lose everything that God has blessed you with. I want to convince you that you are going crazy so that you end up in a psychiatric facility, and that is not what God has for you. So the enemy has beat you down so much that you literally throw up the banner and go, the white flag, and go, I give up, I surrender, you win. And so I don't want to go in warfare with the enemy without understanding what my weapons are. God, what do you, and again, this goes back to plan and strategy. God, what weapon is he going to use? And what do you want me to use to combat that? What am I supposed to do here? So again, I'm not in a fight and taking swings, but ain't landing a punch. And the enemy is just knocking me down. He landed every single one and I'm just hitting air. I ain't hit him yet. And I'm so beat down and bogged down with the stresses that he's bringing and he's giving to me and he's putting on me that I don't even know how to lift up my head. So this is why it's important that you're asking God, God, what are my weapons? Well, if we look at Ephesians again, and we're in Ephesians 6 and 12, then I say, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against rulers, against authorities, against powers of the dark world, and against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm.